My name is Nigel Lamb. I was born and brought up in Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe, in Africa, and have always wanted to fly. Joined the Rhodesian Air Force in 1975. Was trained on piston provosts and vampires, and was posted to helicopters, where I spent 2.5 years. After that, I was posted to an instructor squadron and became a flying instructor, and that was for 1980, during which time I applied to join a professional aerobatic team in the United Kingdom. And since the beginning of 1981, I have been flying professional air shows throughout the United Kingdom, and I have done shows in South Africa, Morocco, Portugal, Finland, Sweden, and presently doing a tour in Norway. I have on board for this flight a video camera, which is being held by a cameraman, which makes it very difficult to do a normal routine. So what we're going to see on this flight is some very gentle maneuvers, just to give something of an airborne impression. We've just taken off from Reinsvoll airfield and climbing up to considerable height to do a few gentle maneuvers. The aircraft, as you can see, is a Pitts Special S2A, which is sponsored by Ford Tractor Company and is powered by a 200 horsepower Lycoming engine, which gives the aircraft a fantastic power to weight ratio, which is what is required for top class high performance aerobatics. The aircraft is as you can see, is a biplane. It has very lightweight components, and the biplane design gives it immense strength and maneuverability, allowing us to do very high G maneuvers. The first maneuver we're coming up to is a loop, where we're basically just describing a vertical circle in the sky. Normally in a show we would be pulling 6 or 7 G, but for the purposes of this we are being fairly gentle because of the camera. A roll using aileron and rudder. The Pitts Special is a very old design dating back to the 1940s. However, this particular machine was built in 1979, and it is possible to buy a new Pitts Special even today. Positioning now for a low level loop, which is done at very, very high speed to keep it very safe, as you will see. And we're climbing straight up now for a stall turn. That is a mistake, actually. That wasn't a stall turn. The stall turn's coming now. So you can wipe what I'm saying now. We're pulling up now for a stall turn, where we climb vertically with full power until the aircraft stops, at which point we apply full rudder and cut the throttle and pivot round back towards the runway. And now we have a side view looking at the left wing, and we're about to do a vertical roll, which is where the aircraft climbs vertically and then does a roll through any number of degrees as chosen by the pilot. It's a very difficult maneuver to perform, and it requires a lot of practice. And then we will be seeing a stall turn. coming very shortly a roll. And here we have a view looking backwards from the front cockpit, and I'm telling the cameraman Johannes to hold the camera very tight because it looked like he would drop it when we went upside down. Okay, that's all. And here we're coming down for a 3/4 vertical roll and then a stall turn. Pulling up and looking for the vertical, holding the vertical and then rolling 270 degrees and a stall turn down into the vertical. You can see the rudder moving in the background. And now coming down for a roll about 45 degrees. Turning around now to make the final approach into Reinsvoll with a slight side slip to see where we're going. Impact with the ground. Not too easy to do a good landing at Reinsvoll, especially with the curve in the runway.